This decision, however, is met with mixed reactions from Marlon's inner circle. Rona, Mary, and Ross all express concern over the implications of such a high-profile reward. While the offer of money might seem like an effective way to motivate someone to come forward, it could also attract the wrong kind of attention. After all, previous attempts to raise awareness, such as the appeal video, resulted in unwanted attention from internet trolls, who made cruel comments and undermined the seriousness of the situation. Given the volatile response the family received from the public earlier in the case, the new reward announcement could lead to even more negative attention. For Marlon, however, this seems like a last-ditch effort to make a breakthrough. With his patience wearing thin and no solid leads in sight, the offer of a reward represents a new hope, a way to stir the pot and get the information they so desperately need. Yet, the potential risks are significant. Marlon's family members fear that by going public with such a big reward, they may inadvertently escalate the situation or even make it more difficult for April to return home. The emotional toll this uncertainty places on Marlon and his loved ones will only deepen as they wait for the next chapter in the search for April. The emotional toll of a missing child. As the storyline progresses, Emmerdale delves deeply into the emotional and psychological impact that a missing child has on a family. Marlon's relationship with April has been under strain even before her disappearance, but the events of the past few months have exacerbated his feelings of guilt, frustration, and helplessness. His desperation to find April leads him to make decisions that he otherwise might not consider, driven by his overwhelming desire to bring his daughter home. Show producer Laura Shaw recently shed light on the emotional weight of this storyline, revealing that Emmerdale is working closely with the Missing People charity to ensure that the representation of this difficult situation is handled with sensitivity and accuracy. Shaw noted, "Marlon has recently been struggling with his relationship with April, but never imagined he would be in such a heartbreaking situation. As the search for April intensifies, we explore the emotional turmoil a family faces when a young person goes missing." The story is not only a reflection of Marlon's personal anguish, but it also highlights the broader emotional journey that families of missing persons face. From the constant worry and fear to the difficulty in navigating the unknown, the show is showcasing the emotional roller coaster that families endure when a loved one goes missing. This is a heart-wrenching storyline that resonates with many viewers, particularly those who may have experienced similar situations in real life. Could the reward offer do more harm than good? While Marlon's decision to offer a reward may seem like a step toward progress, it also raises the question of whether it could lead to unintended consequences. On one hand, the publicity generated by the reward could lead to someone coming forward with information that helps locate April. On the other hand, it could also fuel false leads, attract media attention that detracts from the seriousness of the case, or even cause further distress for the family. The promise of a large payout may also attract individuals with ill intentions, potentially diverting the investigation away from finding April safely and toward a money-driven narrative. In an era of social media and instant fame, it's easy for the search for a missing person to become more of a spectacle than a genuine effort to reunite a family. As Marlon grapples with these difficult decisions, his loved ones are left wondering if this move will bring the results they're hoping for, or if it will only add more complications to an already painful ordeal. The impact on Marlon's relationships. Throughout this process, one of the central themes in Emmerdale is the strain Marlon's actions place on his relationships. Rona's concern for her husband's health is evident, and she fears that his relentless pursuit of answers is pushing him beyond his limits. Mary, too, is deeply worried about her son-in-law, and Ross, though a new ally in the search for April, also has doubts about the effectiveness of Marlon's latest move. While everyone is united in their goal of bringing April home, the emotional toll on each character is palpable. Rona's attempts to balance her love for Marlon with her fear for his well-being create a dynamic that highlights the complexity of dealing with a missing person's case. The tension between Marlon's desperation and his family's concerns adds a layer of depth to the storyline, making it not just about the search for April, but also about the impact on those who are left behind. Waiting for answers. Emmerdale's Marlon Dingle changes tactics in the search for April Windsor next week. The Woolpack chef concerns his loved ones as he tries to raise the stakes with publicity over his teenage daughter's disappearance. Marlon has been searching the streets after April ran away from home at Christmas. Despite this ray of hope, Marlon has struggled to find April, and he's been pushing himself to his limits by devoting every hour he can to the mission. Viewers recently saw Marlon struggling with a nasty cough, leaving those close to him worried that he was risking his health with his current approach. Next week, Marlon finally loses patience as there have been no positive updates on April since the CCTV footage was found. Believing that they need to make a splash with PR instead, Marlon decides to increase the offer of reward money for information leading to April's safe return. Marlon's wife Rona, mother-in-law Mary, and new ally Ross are all worried over his decision. Publicity hasn't fared well for the family so far after an appeal video led to unwanted attention from trolls earlier this month. Could the public promise of a big payout cause more harm than good? Show bosses have been working on this storyline with help from the Missing People charity. Producer Laura Shaw recently said, "Marlon has recently been struggling with his relationship with April, but never imagined he would be in such a heartbreaking situation." As the search for April intensifies, we explore the emotional turmoil a family faces when a young person goes missing. We are so grateful to the charity Missing People for their invaluable help and support with this storyline. Marlon Dingle takes drastic measures in the search for April Windsor in next week's Emmerdale. Next week on Emmerdale, viewers will see Marlon Dingle, the Woolpack's beloved chef, taking a drastic step in his search for his teenage daughter, April Windsor. After months of tirelessly scouring the streets and struggling with dead ends, Marlon has decided to switch tactics in a bid to find his daughter. His decision to intensify the search for April with a high-profile publicity push raises serious concerns among his loved ones, who fear that his latest move could backfire. Since Christmas, when April ran away from home, Marlon has been on a relentless pursuit to bring her back. His search has taken him through the streets, and despite his unwavering commitment, the results have been minimal. With no real breakthrough and time slipping away, Marlon's emotional and physical well-being has been put to the test. As Emmerdale delves deeper into this storyline, the mounting pressure and emotional toll on Marlon and his family become even more apparent. Next week's episodes will see Marlon stepping up his efforts by offering a large reward for any information that could lead to April's safe return. But his decision may not be as straightforward as it seems. Marlon's struggle with the search for April. The disappearance of April Windsor has turned Marlon Dingle's life upside down. As a father, he's not only struggling to come to terms with the fact that his daughter has gone missing, but also with the emotional burden of the search itself. Over the past few weeks, Marlon's journey has been one filled with frustration and heartbreak. The one glimmer of hope came when CCTV footage revealed that April had been in Leeds, providing the first real clue in the case. However, despite this ray of hope, Marlon has found little success in tracking down April. With every passing day, his desperation grows, and viewers have witnessed his exhaustion as he spends hours, sometimes days, tirelessly searching for any sign of his daughter. His single-minded dedication to finding April has also begun to take a toll on his health. Recently, he was seen struggling with a persistent cough, leading his family to worry about the strain he's placing on himself. His physical decline has raised alarms among those closest to him, especially his wife Rona, his mother-in-law Mary, and their new ally Ross. They all know how much Marlon cares for his daughter, but they fear that his obsessive pursuit might be pushing him to the edge. Rona in particular has been by his side every step of the way, and although she understands the pain he's experiencing, she's also deeply concerned for his well-being. The decision to ramp up publicity, a risky move. Despite his mounting frustration and the pressure of not having any real answers, Marlon's resolve doesn't falter. In next week's episodes, Marlon takes a bold step to get the search for April back on track. Deciding that the current approach is not yielding results, he proposes a change of strategy. He believes the key to finding April now lies in increasing the publicity of the search. Specifically, Marlon decides to up the ante by offering a substantial reward for any information leading to April's safe return.